Hello, gents. Imagine delving into the complex world of human personalities, where one figure stands out for his mystery and independence, the Sigma male. He's the quiet observer on the sidelines, exuding confidence and self-reliance. But beneath this exterior lies a depth that few truly understand. Today, we're embarking on a fascinating exploration to answer a burning question. Why do Sigma males become cold-hearted? Get ready to be intrigued as we delve into their minds, uncovering layers of deep thought, hidden emotions, and high standards. We'll trace their journey from past experiences to their fortress of self-sufficiency, revealing new insights at every turn. So buckle up and prepare for a journey that will challenge your views, ignite your curiosity, and uncover the intriguing allure behind the Sigma male's seemingly distant demeanor. I encourage you to watch till the end for better understanding. We greatly appreciate your support. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to stay connected. Keep pursuing wisdom, and let's progress together. Number 1. Evolutionary defense mechanism. Imagine this. You're a Sigma male navigating the wild jungle of life. Your mind is like an ancient fortress, always on high alert for any signs of danger. So what do? You put up this cool, distant front that basically says, "Don't mess with me." It's not because you're heartless. It's because you're wired to focus on survival rather than being all warm and fuzzy. Think back to the days when our ancestors roamed the plains. Being overly emotional wasn't exactly a great strategy for survival. Vulnerability was like a giant neon sign saying, "Predators, here I am." To stay safe, our Sigma ancestors learned to hide their emotions. It was like they wore an invisible suit of ice, deflecting threats left and right. Fast forward to today. We might not be dodging saber-toothed tigers anymore, but our brains still have that ancient wiring. So even though you might be a total softie when you're home alone with your dog, to the outside world, you're Mr. Cool and collected. But here's the twist. Beneath that icy exterior is a heart of gold, or maybe a slightly softer ice. You're not unfeeling. You're just careful about who gets to see the real you. So next time someone calls you cold, remember, it's not you. It's your inner caveman trying to stay safe in this crazy modern world. This version is crafted to be engaging and reflective of the qualities that make Sigma males intriguing and misunderstood. Let me know if you need any adjustments. Number 2. Self-sufficiency, the one-man army. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing all your friends and family have vanished. Metaphorically, not really vanish, LOL. For most people, this would be a total nightmare. But for a Sigma male, he'd probably just shrug, whip up a delicious breakfast, and go on with his day. Sigma males are the epitome of self-sufficiency. They're like the Swiss Army knives of people, equipped with everything they need to tackle life's challenges solo. Got a leaky faucet? No problem, he's got his toolbox ready. Car trouble? He's on it. Probably knows his way around an engine better than most. Lost in the woods? He'd be the one calmly setting up camp and starting a fire while everyone else panics. This extreme self-reliance can sometimes be mistaken for coldness, but it's really just his way of handling things efficiently. He doesn't need to lean on others to get through his day, and that can be intimidating or confusing to people who rely on their social circles for support. Think of it this way: while others are forming committees to solve a problem, he's already rolled up his sleeves and is halfway through fixing it. It's not that he doesn't appreciate help. It's just that he's so good at taking care of himself that he rarely needs it. Now picture him in a group project. Everyone's fumbling around, arguing about who should do what. And there he is, silently taking charge, finishing the tasks before anyone's even decided on a meeting time. By the end of it, he's done the work of 5 people, leaving everyone wondering how he pulled it off. His self-sufficiency extends to all areas of life. He doesn't need someone to hold his hand through tough times. He's got his own emotional toolkit for that. When he's feeling down, he doesn't wallow. He tackles his feelings head-on, maybe with some exercise, a good book, or a long walk. He knows how to cheer himself up better than anyone else could. And when it comes to everyday tasks, forget about it. While others are calling for takeout, he's whipping up a gourmet meal from scratch just because he can. Need to assemble that IKEA furniture? He's got it covered, probably without even glancing at the instructions. So if a Sigma male seems a bit distant, it's not because he's uninterested or uncaring. It's because he's fiercely self-sufficient, navigating life with the confidence and capability of someone who knows they can handle whatever comes their way. He's the one-man army, the DIY king, and the ultimate problem solver all rolled into one. And honestly, who wouldn't admire that? Number 3. Minimalism in relationships. Keeping it simple, sweetie. Imagine you're at a massive warehouse sale. There are hundreds of items on sale, and people are grabbing everything they can. Then a Sigma male walks in. While everyone else is frantically filling their carts with stuff they don't need, he's calmly browsing, picking out just a few high-quality items that he actually likes and will use. That's how he handles relationships. Sigma males are relationship minimalists. They don't collect a bunch of acquaintances or aim to be the center of attention in a big social group. Instead, they focus on quality over quantity. If his social circle were a jewelry box, it would contain a few precious gems rather than a pile of cheap trinkets. This minimalist approach can sometimes make them seem cold or standoffish, but in reality they're just avoiding the drama and superficiality that come with large social groups. They don't have time for endless gossip sessions or maintaining relationships that don't add real value to their lives. Picture this. While others are juggling a dozen chat groups, birthday reminders, and frenemies, the Sigma male is hanging out with his best friend having a deep, meaningful conversation over coffee. He's not being antisocial, he's just highly selective. Think of him as a bouncer at an exclusive club. The guest list is short, but everyone inside is VIP. Here's where it gets interesting. At a party, while everyone is trying to network and remember names, he's probably found the comfiest chair and is having a one-on-one chat with the most interesting person in the room. When he leaves, it's not with a stack of new contacts, but with one genuine new friend. His minimalist philosophy means he's not going to waste time on fair-weather friends or people who bring unnecessary drama into his life. If someone texts him at 2 a.m. with a crisis every other week, they're probably not going to make the cut. He's got a low tolerance for emotional vampires and high-maintenance friendships. He treats his social life like he treats his wardrobe, capsule style. Only the best pieces stay, the ones that go with everything and always make him feel great. He's all about those staple relationships that stand the test of time. And the best part, this approach keeps his life drama-free. While others are caught up in the latest social media feud or friend group fallout, he's zen, sipping his tea, and focusing on what truly matters. His friendships are deep, meaningful, and drama-free. It's like he's cracked the code to a peaceful, fulfilling social life. So, if a Sigma male seems a bit distant or selective, it's not because he's cold. He's just a master of relationship minimalism, keeping his social circle small but mighty. He's figured out that sometimes less is more, and he's all the happier for it. Number 4. Past experiences. Building emotional fortresses from life's leftovers. Imagine you're working on a DIY project. Everything's going great, and you're feeling accomplished. Then, out of nowhere, you make a big mistake and ruin the whole thing. That's what it feels like for a Sigma male when someone he trusts betrays him. Just like you'd be more careful with your next project, he builds emotional walls to protect himself from future hurt. Sigma males might come across as distant because they've learned that not everyone has their best interests at heart. They've faced betrayal, disappointment, and emotional roller coasters that could rival any drama series. After a few rounds of emotional turmoil, they're cautious about who they let into their inner circle. Picture this. He's like a meticulous collector. After a few valuable items get damaged, read betrayals, he set up a secure display case, installed alarms, and maybe even added a few locks. Visitors need to prove they're worth his time and trust before they can view his prized collection. Here's where the humor comes in. Think of his emotional walls as an exclusive workshop. It's like trying to get access to the workshop of a famous inventor. There are security measures, secret blueprints, and maybe even a test to prove your skills. Only the most trustworthy folks get in. You'd better bring your best ideas. But it's not all about keeping people out. These walls are about ensuring that those who get in are genuine. Once you're in the workshop, you'll find it's warm, welcoming, and filled with innovative projects. The Sigma male's loyalty is like gaining access to an exclusive club. Few get in, but those who do enjoy a lifetime of close companionship. His past experiences have turned him into an emotional craftsman. He's got strategies for dealing with heartbreak, betrayal, and fake friends. These strategies help him navigate relationships with the precision of a master inventor. So while he might seem cold or distant, he's actually just protecting himself. It's like wearing safety goggles while working on a project. You wouldn't call someone overly cautious for protecting their eyes, right? He's just safeguarding his heart from the mess of unreliable people. In the end, if you're lucky enough to get into his inner circle, you'll find a loyal friend who's worth the effort. He's just made sure that by the time you get there, you're someone who truly deserves to be. After all, he's had his share of emotional mishaps. Now he's building something that lasts, with people who appreciate the effort it took to get there. Number 5. High standards. The perfectionists of the pack. Have you ever met someone who stands out like a 5-star hotel in a sea of motels? That's a Sigma male. While everyone else might be content with the basics, he's aiming for luxury and excellence. He holds high standards for himself and others, which might make him seem like he's always judging. But in reality, he's just striving for excellence in a world full of mediocrity. Sigma males don't settle for anything less than the best. They're like a discerning shopper, always searching for the perfect item. This quest for perfection can sometimes make them seem critical or unapproachable, but it's because they apply these high standards to everything they do. Now let's add a touch of humor. Imagine him as the Simon Cowell of friendships. While everyone else is casually hanging out, he's sitting in the judge's chair, raising an eyebrow and giving feedback like it's the finals of a talent competition. He's not being harsh. He just has a sharp eye for authenticity and a low tolerance for nonsense. Here's where it gets funny. Picture yourself at a job interview, and he's the interviewer. He's not throwing easy questions or accepting vague answers. He's grilling you like a seasoned interviewer testing a top candidate. But if you can handle the pressure, you might just earn a place in his inner circle. Sigma males set high standards for themselves, too. They're like athletes training for the gold medal. Failure isn't an option, and anything less than excellence is unacceptable. This can make them seem overly serious or intense, but they're just committed to being the best version of themselves. Think of him as a personal trainer in human form. He's not going to let you slack off or sugarcoat the truth. He's the friend who tells you when you've got something in your teeth, or when your outfit doesn't work. It's not because he's mean, it's because he cares enough to help you be your best. So when you meet a Sigma male who seems a bit critical or unapproachable, don't take it personally. He's holding himself and others to high standards because he believes excellence is worth striving for. And if you can rise to the challenge, you might just find yourself in his exclusive circle of friends. Number 6. Misunderstood confidence. The cool cat's dilemma. Picture this. You're at a big meeting at work, and there's that one person who walks in with their head held high, speaks clearly, and never seems to second-guess themselves. That's a Sigma male. His confidence shines brightly, like a beacon, but sometimes people mistake that light for arrogance or a frosty demeanor. Sigma males exude a natural confidence that comes from knowing who they are and what they want. They don't need to fish for compliments or seek approval from others. They're like lone wolves in a pack of followers. While everyone else is clamoring for attention, the Sigma male is confidently navigating his own path. Now let's add a touch of humor. Imagine him at a party, casually sipping his drink and observing the room. Someone might think, wow, he's so aloof and unapproachable. But inside his head, he might be thinking, should I join that conversation or head to the snack table before the good stuff is gone? His confidence can be intimidating to those who aren't used to such self-assuredness. It's like spotting a rare gem among common stones. While everyone else is trying to shine, he's naturally glowing, knowing he's already special. This can lead to misunderstandings, with some people thinking he's arrogant or too cool for school. Here's the deal. Sigma males aren't trying to be cold or distant. They're just not interested in putting on a show. Their confidence comes from a place of self-reliance and understanding their own worth. They don't feel the need to over-explain themselves or seek validation from others. It's like they have an internal compass always pointing to, "You got this." Think of him as the James Bond of social interactions. He's observant, composed, and always seems to have a plan. But while Bond might be saving the world, he's simply navigating life with a cool head and a steady heart. He knows his strengths and isn't afraid to show them, which can sometimes be misconstrued as him thinking he's better than everyone else. Spoiler alert, he doesn't. He's just comfortable in his own skin. So, when people mistake his confidence for arrogance, it's really a misunderstanding of his mindset. He's not trying to one-up anyone. He's just living his truth. He's like that friend who always knows the best restaurant to eat at, the quickest route to take, and the perfect comeback in any conversation. It's not about being superior. It's about being prepared and self-assured. In the end, if you get to know a Sigma male, you'll find he's not cold or arrogant at all. He's just a person who knows his worth and walks through life with a confidence that's both inspiring and a little bit enviable. And hey, if you ever need advice or a dose of reality, he's the one you want in your corner, confident smile and all. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey. Together, let's continue to explore, learn, and grow, embracing the Sigma way of life with resilience. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.